Okay. Are we good? We'll check my teeth for one second. I think we're good. Hello guys! So, today I'm going to do a video about school organization for college or high school. It can be for either one, but I'm in college and this is what I use for college, so yeah. I have all of my school supplies right here, and I also have my schedule, but we'll get back to that soon. I seriously feel like this isn't even recording. There's no light on, it's just like a camera, and I think normally that light's on when it's recording and it's not on, so I'm really confused. So first I'm just going to show you guys my school supplies and then just explain what I do with them. It's pretty simple. I just want to give you guys some tips and maybe ways to organize if you are just starting college. I am going into my sophomore year of college, and yeah, my freshman year I actually started in the summer, so I went summer, fall, and spring term. And yeah, so I'm excited to start the school year. I have 2 weeks left, actually like a week and a half of summer left, so it's pretty sad, but I'm kind of excited to start the school year and actually get started into my degree, because pretty much all my classes are geared toward my major this semester. So anyways, the first things I'm just going to show you are pretty simple. I got highlighters, colored pens, blue and black pens. These are just, I don't really care what brand my pens and stuff are. These are the Papermate Ink Joy though, if you were wondering, that's what these are. So yeah, I got highlighters for notes because I like to highlight important things. I got colored because I will tell you why pretty soon. And then just basic blue and black, just for writing notes and stuff. I don't have any pencils. I don't really use pencils unless there's a test, so I probably should get some pencils though. Then I have this thingy from Target, and I think you can also get Office Max. They're actually kind of hard to find. I actually use these in high school too, so if you're in high school, you can use any of this if you're in high school, but this is what I used in high school. This one in particular has 4 little slot things, and on each side there's a pocket. So in high school, I think I had 6 classes, I don't really remember, but I think I used 2 of them. I had one for A day and 1 for B day, because I had 4 classes each day, but one of them was a repeat class, so I guess I had 7 classes. So, but I used 2 of them, 1 for A day, 1 for B day. For college, I'm only actually going to be using 1 of them. I don't know why I bought 2. I think because for me they're so hard to find, so I was just like, hey, might as well just get 2 because I don't know. But I'm going to put one of them down. Obviously, well, this one has these paper things in it, so you can actually write your class and then stick it in here. And I just do mine obviously in the order that I have them. So I printed out my schedule, and my first class is, I actually don't even know what class this is. I'm a psychology major, so all my classes are psychology. I don't even know what my classes are, to be honest. I actually have 2 online, and then I have 2 on campus, and then I have a lab. I don't really count a lab as a class. I guess I should, because it is a class. So I guess I have 3 on campus, and then I have 2 online. I really only wanted to do 1 online, but the other one was only available online, so I got stuck with 2 online. Okay, what the heck? I don't even know what class this is. Oh, it's Research Methods in Psychology, and then I have Foundations of Child and Adolescent Psychology. Those are the only 2 classes I have on campus, and then I have my Research Methods lab, and then online I'm taking, what the heck? Oh, I'm taking social science English for social sciences, and I'm taking human nutrition. So those are my classes, if you're wondering. But anyways, my first class is research methods in psychology. So then I would write research methods in psychology, on one of these little paper things and stick it in here. And then I would do my adolescent psych class, and then I would do my lab, and then I would probably do my English class. And then, since there's a pocket on the back, just to keep it simple and keep everything in one, I would do my human nutrition on the back. So if you had if you have more than 4 classes, you can obviously utilize, one class can be in the front, and then one can be in the back, or you can use 2, whatever. This is just what I use. I use this just to put, all of my, papers and handouts and everything in. So I have my one from, I think this was from fall semester, and it's pretty jam-packed. So here I had 4 classes, so I used my 4 classes, and I just used the 3-letter prefix. So world history, I just wrote WOH, sex, race, and class, I wrote SYG, statistics, STA, just to keep it short, and that way I wasn't writing all of my the whole thing out on that little piece of paper, because it might not all fit and then it might get sloppy. So that's a tip. Just write the little prefix, which is available on your schedule. For psychology, it would be S or SP, SY, etc. So yeah, that's a tip. And this one is really jam-packed. And the way that I kind of cycled through and kept it clean was I would do everything by test. So this is just an example. For world history, I have everything in a paper clip from test 1, and I wrote I took this is just how this class was, and pretty much every class, you have this amount of material on the first test. So then you'll group all of that together and put it in a paper clip. And then once you've taken the first test, you can take that material out of your out of your little folder thing. And obviously don't throw it away, because you're going to need it maybe for the midterm or for the final. But just maybe have another folder at home, or just, you can paper clip it like this and just throw it in a drawer. Well, not throw it in a drawer, but, have it somewhere where you know where it's at, and you have it all together, and you have it labeled test 1. Well, this is just how I do it. I don't know why I'm telling you guys do it, but it's just a really good way to stay organized. And then you know exactly where it is. You have all the information from the first test together. It's just a really easy way to have all your information together and to know where it's at. So for this world history class, we had weekly readings that we had to do. And our essay question on the test was based off of the readings. So what I had written down, for test 1, I had week 1, I had all the readings listed out. Week 2, I had my readings, all of them listed out here. That way I could go back and reread if I needed to or whatever. So, and then behind it, I just have all of my documents and handouts and everything. And all of my, we had online readings, so I would print them out and I would have them all, just all here. And then obviously I would have my class notes too in my folder. So yeah, that's kind of how I cycled through it, so I didn't have 30 million things in here. And then you still have stuff handy for finals and midterms. And I find this is just easier than 4 or 5 binders, which is what I did in high school. But I don't want to carry that around all day. I don't have a locker like I did in high school, so I try and keep it as minimal as possible with this. So that's the first thing that I use. And the second thing that I use is one of these 5-star, I think it's 5 subject notebooks, which is perfect because I have 5 classes this semester, or the fall semester. So this is the one that I got for this year. I haven't labeled my classes or anything yet, but that's the one for this year. This is my one this is actually from the summer term. I just went in there and grabbed one because I save all of my stuff. So in the summer I only had 2 classes, but during the fall, and the spring, I'll have like 4 or 5 classes. So I will obviously have one tab for each class. So it has this little thing, which you can also use to put like papers in, but I really don't. I would usually put like study guides for tests in here rather than in that other thing. And then obviously you just label it just like in the other thing in the order of your classes. So I had philosophy and then I had enjoyment of music over the summer. So I had a lot of room in this over the summer. I didn't really need 5 subjects, but I got it anyway. So it's really nice that you just have like your philosophy tab and then you open it and you just keep all of your notes in here. And yeah, sometimes I think I ran out of room like with one class, and I ended up having like an extra section that I wasn't using, so I just went over to the next section and used that. But you can just maybe get some extra paper or just like leave 2 sections. I don't know, however you want to do it if you know that you're going to be taking a lot of notes, but I've never had that problem. I only had that, like I said, one time. And as you can see, I have things highlighted like all throughout my notes. Well, maybe not all throughout, but I do highlight some things in my notes, like maybe for like stuff for a test or something. So yeah, that's just how I keep my notes. And yeah, it's really easy. These are literally the only 2 things that I use, notes and for paper. And this is all I have in my backpack, along with my books. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is my agenda. This is my agenda from last year, from fall and spring. And I'm going to get a new one for this year. But I wanted to show you guys how I organized my agenda. And that has to do with my colored pens. This is kind of lame and kind of, well, I mean, I think it's nice because it's just a way to be organized, but I color code all of my classes. That way, when I'm writing in my agenda, I don't have to write like statistics, blah, 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 world history, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't have to write it all out. Like, I just write my homework in that color. And obviously, for the first week, I wrote like my color, like on Monday I had world history and sex, race, and class. So I wrote WOH in pink, and then I wrote SYG in green. That way I knew world history was pink, sex, race, and class was green. And then on Tuesday I had statistics and English. STA was blue, ENC was purple. And then I just wrote that just for the first week because obviously I was still like adjusting and I didn't know like the colors yet, but then obviously you'll get used to it and you'll just have to write, you know, everything down in the colors. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but this is just a closer look at my agenda and how I do that. So this is like the first week of school, and then we were into September. So I guess I continued, yeah, like the second week, and then the third week I stopped writing that and I just wrote out everything that I needed in my colors. So I just think that's a way to save room in your agenda. Instead of writing, like I said, you know, actually writing out the whole class name, you just have a color for each class and you know that, you know, what color is designated for each class. So it's just a simple way to stay organized. So those are really all the tips I have for you guys, or like organizational tips. Let me know if you want me to do a video on like tips for incoming freshmen, just tips in general on college life. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope this helped some of you guys. I know it like wasn't a lot of information, but this is just literally all that I use. So I hope this helped you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.